Hey everyone, welcome back to Podcast by MrB. It is so good to see you all here today.
Hi everyone, we are so happy you've joined us. If you're here to level up your English for 2026, you are in exactly the right place.
You know, Anna, I was in a meeting yesterday, and as soon as I said, "How are you?" I felt like I had just used a flip phone in a world of high-tech AI. It felt ancient.
Oh no, Mr. B, not the flip phone of greetings. But you're right, if you want to actually sound like a professional in 2026, saying "how are you" is basically telling your boss you haven't updated your vocabulary in 10 years.
Exactly. And today, we're going to show you the secret phrases that top CEOs and managers actually use to start their day. If you stay with us until the end, we're sharing one magic phrase that works every single time you're late to a meeting and need to save face. You definitely don't want to miss that one.
I love that. It's so true, though. For our friends watching who are just starting their English journey, don't worry. English is changing, but it's actually getting friendlier and more natural.
It really is. So, Anna, let's paint the picture for our viewers. I'm sitting at my desk, I open my laptop, and your face pops up on the screen for our 9 a.m. meeting. Usually, a textbook tells me to say, "Hello, Anna, how are you today?"
And I would say, I am fine, thank you. And you?
Boring, right? We sound like two robots charging our batteries. It's so stiff.
It really is. In a real 2026 office, even a digital one, we want to build a bridge, not a wall. So instead of "how are you," what's the first thing you'd actually say to me, Mr. B?
I'd probably go with something like, "Hey Anna, how's your morning treating you so far?"
Ooh, I love that one. How's your morning treating you? It sounds so much more caring. It's not just a question, it's like I'm asking about my experience of the day.
Right. And guys, listen to that treating you. It just means, how is your morning going? But it feels warmer.
And my response wouldn't be, "I am fine." I'd say something like, "Not too bad. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but I've got my coffee, so I'm ready."
A whirlwind. That's a great word for our viewers to learn. Like a fast wind, meaning a very busy morning.
Exactly. Now, what if it's a Monday? You can't really ask, "How is your morning treating you?" without acknowledging the weekend, right?
True. On Mondays, "how are you" feels especially lazy. I usually prefer, "Hey Anna, did you get up to anything fun over the weekend?"
That's perfect. Did you get up to anything fun? It's a very common native way to ask, "What did you do?" It invites me to tell a small story. Maybe I went to the park, or maybe I just watched movies.
It makes the meeting feel more human. But let's talk about the fast meeting. You know the ones, Anna, where everyone has exactly 15 minutes and we need to work now?
Oh, the speed meetings. Yeah. In those cases, we don't even have time for the weekend talk.
Right. So if I'm the boss, I might just hop on and say, "Morning, everyone. How's everyone's energy levels today?"
That is so 2026. Energy levels. It's very corporate, but also very modern. It shows you care if people are tired or excited.
And the team can just say, "Feeling good," or "a bit low, need more coffee." It's quick, it's honest, and we move straight into the work.
You know what else I hear a lot lately? People saying, "How's your week shaping up?"
Oh, that's a classy one, shaping up. It's like we are looking at the schedule together. If it's Wednesday, it's a perfect question.
It really is. It's better than "Are you busy?" because "How's it shaping up?" allows for a positive or a busy answer. It's very flexible for beginners to use.
Now, Anna, let's do a little role play for the viewers. Let's pretend we haven't seen each other in a few days. I'll try a modern 2026 greeting and you respond naturally. Ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
"Hey, Anna, good to see you on here. How's life in your neck of the woods?"
Oh, hey, Mr. B. It's been great, thank you. A bit rainy over here, but I'm staying dry. How about things on your end?
"Can't complain, just keeping busy."
Did you hear that? Mr. B used a great idiom, "in your neck of the woods." That just means in your area or where you live. It's very friendly.
And Anna said, "on your end."
In 2026, especially with remote work, we use your end and my end to talk about our different locations. It's much more natural than saying, "How is the weather in your city?"
It really helps you sound like you belong in the conversation. Now, Mr. B, we promised everyone a magic phrase.
We did. This is for when you join a meeting 3 minutes late. Your camera is off, you're sweating a little bit, and you feel guilty. Most people say, "I'm sorry I'm late, the traffic was bad."
Boring, and it makes you look a bit disorganized.
Exactly. In 2026, we don't apologize for the problem, we thank people for their patience.
This is the game changer, guys. Listen closely.
Instead of, "I'm sorry," you say, "Hi everyone, thanks for waiting for me. I had a bit of a technical hiccup, but I'm all set now. Ready to dive in?"
Wow, do you hear the difference? Thanks for waiting sounds like you're a leader. I'm sorry sounds like you're in trouble.
And technical hiccup is the perfect 2026 excuse. It could mean your internet was slow, your laptop restarted, or your cat stepped on the power button. It covers everything.
Technical hiccup. I'm going to use that one tomorrow because my internet has been acting like a grumpy old man lately.
See, it works. So let's recap for our friends at home. Stop using "how are you" like a textbook from the 90s. Try "how's your morning treating you?" "How's your week shaping up?" Or "how are the energy levels?"
And don't forget in your neck of the woods. It makes people smile every time.
It really does. English doesn't have to be a scary subject in a classroom. It's just a way for us to connect, even if we are thousands of miles apart.
Exactly. And speaking of connecting, if you've enjoyed hanging out with us in this virtual office today, we have a tiny favor to ask.
Just a small one. If you learned even one new phrase today, maybe technical hiccup or shaping up, please smash that like button. It really helps the algorithm show our office to more learners around the world.
And we want to hear from you. Go down to the comments right now and tell us, how is your week shaping up? Use one of the new phrases we taught you today. Mr. B and I will be down there reading and replying to as many as we can.
Yes, we love seeing your comments. It truly makes our day. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our workplace English secrets.
We have so much more planned for 2026. More Anna, more Mr. B, and definitely more real-life English that you won't find in any old textbook.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. You're doing a great job with your English. Keep going, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone. Happy learning.